Okay,
Yeah,
great.
it's on. You're good.
All right, so my best friend, I've known him for probably 35 of my 44 years of life. Um, he's got a hunting cabin out in East Texas, off of uh, Trout Creek. But we went out there a bunch as kids, either going hunting or just going out there for a weekend away and stuff like that. Well, through the years, we've done had quite a few adventures, pretty stupid things. Anywhere, I mean, we went out there and went hunting out there all the time. That was no big deal. That was a lot of fun. But then we played a paintball one weekend with there was about six or seven of us, and four of them were Army Reserve. So that was a fun weekend. But of paintball and running around and acting stupid. But some of the other things we used to do is we'd go out there and do these like ultimate survival weekend things where, you know, now we would bring water with us, but we usually left them at the cabin. But we would go out and we'd set up a campsite and stuff like that, and we would only eat whatever we were able to catch, trap, or kill. There was a creek, so we'd go fishing. There were a couple of lakes. We went fishing, and most of the time we had fish. A couple times we had squirrel. That was interesting. One of the times we were out there, it was a different weekend, obviously, but it was during hunting season, and I remember setting up in a tree or setting up in a stand, and so I'm sitting there, and behind me I hear this noise, something walking, and I'm like, all right, cool, something's getting close. And then I saw, like, because I'm looking at the corner, I was on a ground stand, and out of the corner of my eye, or I'm looking over at the corner, and I see the nose and the snout of this deer. I hear the buck snort go, I hear it, and I'm like, oh, it's right there. Just walk out. I mean, it was almost close enough I could have grabbed the horns or grabbed the antlers on this stupid thing. But anyway, comes walking out, and it's like he gets right there and takes about another step where I was like, I can like see his eyes, and he's like totally still. And then out of nowhere, this stupid squirrel jumps down out of the tree that's off to my left, jumps on the ground probably about 20 feet in front of the stand, and just starts going ballistic. He just making all kinds of, scares the deer. Deer takes off. I'm like, oh my gosh, I was so ticked off. Well then, and all I've got, and now I have my sidearm, which is a 9mm, but I had my 270, my deer rifle, and so I'm like, okay, well maybe he'll come back, whatever. So I'm still sitting there. It's about an hour later. We're really cutting down on the time for the hunt left in the hunt, and I hear something else behind me again, because there's a game trail. There's a game trail that it would usually come from the other property. There was a lake, and there was a lot of grass and all that kind of good stuff over there, and they would walk through. Well, there's a game trail that went through there, and sure enough, I heard something again, and I hear steps getting louder, and that stinking squirrel jumps out of the tree again. He was still there, barking up a storm. The other deer takes off. So at this point, I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. And so then I start looking for the squirrel. I'm like, you know what? I know 270 is way too powerful to hit a squirrel. Ain't gonna be nothing left but fur. But yeah, I'm done. And so anyway, so I look up, so I've got this, I've got my scope on the 270, and I'm looking in the trees around trying to find that stupid squirrel. And just about the time I'm like, oh, there it is. I'm about to pop this thing, take the gun off safety. I've got him all lined up, and I swear to you, as I'm sitting here, the squirrel, and we're talking, he's probably about 25 yards away, okay, through the brush and everything else. But I've got my scope on him. I swear to you, that it's like that squirrel stop. He's like doing this, and he just goes, and I swear he looked right at me and just boom and took off running. I mean, it was like seconds before I'm about to pop this thing. I'm like, got him all lined up. I mean, I'm ready to take my breath to pull the trigger, and I'm telling you, it's like he was just like, no. All of a sudden, it's like he locked eyes on the scope, basically to be like, and just like took off around the corner of the tree. I was like livid, but that was one fun story.